Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter what time of the day it is that you're watching this. My name is Clarissa Young and I'm your Fab Motivator. That's F-A-B. I help the woman find a simple balance when it comes to health, wellness, and spirituality. Like to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for liking, for commenting, for sharing my videos, and joining me along my journey. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Super excited to be here with you guys today. Every Monday we get together and we chit chat just a little bit. Today I want to talk about the gastric sleeve a little bit. So come on in, do me the huge favor, hit the bottom left share button, share this video, let me know that you share it so I can show you some love as well. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are continuing to rock it strong with your fitness goals and everything. Good evening, Miss Pat. Good evening, Miss Kimberly. Good evening, Miss LaShonda. It's more of you here. That's all Facebook told me that was here. So say hello to me and I can say hello back to you. Good evening, Miss Brenda. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Super excited. Okay. And so, I have some topics that I want to talk about down the lines of the gastric sleeve surgery that I want to talk about. For one, I want to talk about my experience with the gastric sleeve surgery. Want to talk about, because it's been a while since I came on here. I said, hey, I had the sleeve. It's like just not one of those things that you just get on here every day and say. And so I do want to talk about that because it's not a secret. I posted many videos that shared it. To talk about, did I consider it a success or not? To talk about complications that I had from it. To talk about, would I do it again? To talk about who would I recommend it for, who would I not recommend it for, did I do a pouch reset to be able to start back losing weight, are the topics that I have for today. All right, so I think we got some good stuff going on for y'all. I'm going to say again, hello again one more time, and then we're going to get right into it. And so hello. Hello, Tamika. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Chosen by God. Hello, Miss Rochelle, Miss Monique, Miss Terry, Miss Ernestine. Hello. Okay, I think I got you all. And so let me start off with the fact that I am a post-sleevey. Yes, right? I had the gastric sleeve surgery. It's been about 7 years now. 7 years ago that I had the sleeve. Many of you know at my highest I got it all the way up to 515 pounds. I did have the gastric sleeve. I think I had lost like 30 pounds or so on my own before I had the gastric sleeve surgery. And then I was able to lose, it took me 2 years, but I was able to lose 130 something, 140 something pounds from it. I had gotten all the way down to 372, from 515 to 372. Then I got pregnant, put on 20 pounds, had a miscarriage, and I got pregnant again 3 months later, and carried Abram full term, but gained 20 pounds during that pregnancy too. And then after I had the baby, I put on 10 more pounds. So I had found myself 3 years out from having a gastric sleeve, all the way back up to 424 pounds. Scared, feeling like a failure. Didn't think I was going to be able to get the weight back off, nervous, and that's what kind of stemmed me starting this here journey that we have and sharing it with you guys publicly. Actually, I didn't even really share publicly that I had the sleeve until after I started to what we would consider failing from it, you know. But when I was losing and so forth, at that time I felt comfortable sharing it with my close friends and family, but I didn't really feel and my social media presence wasn't then what it is now, but I didn't just really feel like putting up posts and saying, hey, I had the surgery, you know. But if anybody would message me that I knew that they needed to be able to lose weight, and they're like, girl, what are you doing? Hey, Shavette, I would then tell them, okay, hey, I do want to let you know that I did have the gastric sleeve surgery. If I felt they needed to know. Because it's, I mean, in my head, it's not one of those things that you have to go around and tell everybody. it's a surgery. It's that person's body, it's that person's choice to decide what they want to share and what they don't want to share. Like, it's medical history. People don't have to release it to everybody if they don't want to. And so I did go to Mexico. I went to Mexico to have the gastric sleeve surgery. Why did I go to Mexico? I went to Mexico because the United States failed me. And that's how I feel. Like, for real deal in my heart, that's how I feel. I've been working since I was 16 years old, putting money back into taxes. And they told me at 515 pounds, with me not having any other comorbidities, how do you say it, besides high blood pressure, that I didn't qualify to be able to, like, it was considered cosmetic surgery. How you at 515 pounds? I was fighting for my life. But over here, they considered it to be cosmetic surgery. And so when I was trying to jump through some hoops, I couldn't get it done. And then it was like, wait. Next thing you know, like I said, I'm looking at 515 pounds. So me and my husband did go to Mexico, and we wound up paying out of pocket to be able to go to have the surgery. Was it a success? I am truly afraid of the surgery because I've lost multiple family members after receiving the surgery. It's an actual surgery, right? And it comes, risk comes with anything that you get on the operation table with, and so it's not something to be taken lightly. And I send my love and I send my condolences to your family and yourself as well. Was it successful? I consider it successful. I lost, like I said, I had lost 138 pounds from it. I'm now 260 pounds down, 260 something pounds down. So I lost 130 something, put back on 50. And so I've lost then since that 50 plus some more to now get me at my highest, which is like 260 something pounds down. So, but was it a success? It was a success, because let me tell you, at 515 pounds, I haven't dieted all my life, like legit. From being a teenager, I can think about trying to think of diets and so forth. And I didn't have the capacity within myself to have done it without the surgery. I had tried and failed. And so it was a success because it gave me the confidence. It gave me, by getting some of the weight off, the mobility to be able to push further. At one point, after I regained the weight, I was offered to, even for free, to be able to have from the sleeve to the bypass. I didn't think I needed that. I think what Clarissa needed to do was buckle down and push harder. And that's what I've been doing. And so the first step of it, Clarissa Michelle Young, needed that to save my life. Like, I really sometimes think back, if I did not, thank you, Miss Katrina, hey Denise, I really sometimes think back that if I did not have the sleeve at that time, I don't know if I would be here and alive right now, if I'm being completely honest. And it's not that my health looked so falling apart. You know, I guess I'm just looking at the quality of my life now and thinking about how it was then, and so I didn't know how bad it was. And so yeah, I had the immobility situations and so forth, but with my pressure and probably pre-diabetic and different things like that, and at the rate I was going, I wasn't like just staying at 515. I mean, even though you don't want to coast at 515, but I wasn't just standing. Thanks for the love. I wasn't just staying at 515. Like, I was gaining rapidly. And so, I mean, in my heart, like, I believe it saved my life. I believe it saved my life. And so even though I did go back and put weight back on, it saved my life. Like, it was a success. It was a success. Complications. complications that I had from it. I thank God and give him, you know, all the glory that the only complications that I had from me having a sleeve 7 years ago is I still battle with it. It's acid reflux. You eat a banana and your throat burn, acid reflux, to where I was on omeprazole. It was only supposed to be for 2 years, but I wound up being on omeprazole. Like, I had just recently, like within the last year, had taken myself off of it. And that's a no-no, because even though it's helping you with the acid reflux, there's other side effects to the medication. And so that I have, I did wind up having to have my gallbladder removed, which is very common with people who have the sleeve or the weight loss surgery. So I had that. And then I had weight loss. Other than that, you know, that's it. I did have the common things that we face, such as the mental thing of wanting to be able to eat a whole sandwich in this and you can't eat it. I did have the mental with being ashamed of other thinking you took the easy way out, you know, or, you know, just different little stuff like that. And anybody who says that doesn't really know, because almost everybody who I try to tell beforehand, like, sleeve is a real surgery, and even after you're done, it's not like poof, you about to lose this weight and everything is going to be perfect for you from now on. Like, it's a process. It's a mental process. It's a physical process. It's a process. And almost everybody that I try to not deter from doing a sleeve, but just inform, because they let us know that your sleeve is a tool, and that if you don't use it right, it'll reverse on you, for one. And then for two, the mental effects, like, they let us know, but I don't think we really know, because in our head, we just like, I'm so ready to get this weight up off of you. Right. Besides my little edges standing out, right? And I think that comes from me pulling stuff too tight. I didn't have any hair loss. I also went natural since then, and so I think taking better care of my hair might have helped a little bit too, maybe. But no hair loss. But we get the notion that we about to have this sleeve, and that, like, this is my all in all, like, this is about to do everything that I needed to do, and not understanding that it's a tool that you still gonna have to work. Like, the same thing when you get ready to go hammer that nail into the wall, like, the hammer isn't gonna do everything for you. Like, you have to be the one to put that hammer in motion, and your tool is the same way. And so I try to pre-warn people and let them kind of know from a person that had it what to expect. And they were like, she just saying that, and so many come back and they're like, Rissa, like, I see what you were trying to tell me when you was trying to tell me. You got that right. Wait, I missed it. Yes, you must work the sleeve. It's definitely a process. It's definitely a process. Yes. The comments doing something funny. Some people lose weight really quick and they don't have to do no work. I disagree with that, Miss Tamika. It may appear that they didn't have to do no work, but if you eat cheesecake all day, you ain't gonna lose no weight. You know, what I think for those people that tend to kind of lose it faster may have been people that their whole thing might have been that they consumed a lot but was still eating somewhat the right stuff, and now that their sleeve is shrunk, they're able to lose it good, because they ain't eating cheesecake losing weight. So I don't want to discredit them and say, because in my head that's discrediting someone when you say you had the sleeve and now you lost the weight easy, because they gotta choose. I'm gonna eat lean meat and low carb versus going out to eat cheesecake versus going out to eat Burger King. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna exercise when I don't feel like it. I don't personally know anyone that said I had the sleeve, and I speak to thousands of people. I don't know anyone that told me, Clarissa, girl, I had the sleeve. I ate whatever I wanted to eat. I ain't did no exercising, and I lost the weight. And it's 5 years later and I still got the weight off. If that's you, inbox me and let me know. I haven't had one person come across my timeline and say that. Like, some people may have I wouldn't even necessarily say genetics that helped them, because if genetics was going to help them, it would have helped them before they had the sleeve. I really think for those people that sometimes lose it faster, it is the portion size thing. Like maybe, like for me, I always am a snacker. And so when they cut my size of how much I can eat down, it's okay. So it used to take me 15 minutes to eat this burger. Now it's going to take me an hour to eat this burger. I'm going to sit here and have a bite, do some work, have a bite, do some work, have a bite, do some work. And if you do that, you still can eat and you're still consuming all of those calories. And so, yeah, and that's what it's about. It's about the calories in, calories out. I'm almost 3 years out and I didn't have any complications. I actually got mentally prepared before I even had my sleeve surgery, and I still can't eat maybe 3 to 5 bites and done. I still drink my liquid 30 minutes after I've eaten. And see, that means you putting in the work, because let me tell you, Clarissa, at 3 years out, if me and you went out to eat, you would never know I had the sleeve, even at 3 years out. I came home on the airplane. Like, I remember when I had the sleeve, we all kind of, everybody who got sleeve that same day was going down to the cafeteria and eating. I remember telling my husband, like, when those ladies would have like a few spoons, I'm like, they faking. Like, I'm still, I think what it was, I was still hungry, because it doesn't take your hunger away, you know. But I finished my whole soup day one. You know, coming home, I was back to eating mashed potatoes and chicken the first week out, you know. And so I know that does have an effect of not having follow-up care here at home. You know, could have possibly made a difference, but it also risks of making poor choices. And that's another reason why I tell people to take advantage of your tool. And that whole eat 30 minutes after, I never listened to that either. So kudos to you for listening to that as well, because that plays a part in your body being able to process right. But I know everybody, a lot of people, when they're frustrated in that beginning phase to where they can't hardly eat much, I tell them enjoy that phase while you can, because it doesn't last like that for everybody. Especially if you're the type, one more bite, one more bite, one more bite. I'm full to the point to where I'm vomiting. One more bite. That was Clarissa. One more bite, one more bite. And so I've stretched that sleeve out for lack of words. Where did you have your sleeve? I went to somewhere in Tijuana with Dr. Ortiz. Thank you so much, Miss Felicia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And actually, Katrina, I have so many people, and that's why I'm doing this video, because I'm like, it's been a while since I came on here and shared that I had the sleeve. Like I said, if you just joined, I had the sleeve 7 years ago. It's been a while since I came on here and shared that I had the sleeve. And whenever I do share, I always get an influx of inboxes of people saying, Clarissa, I've gained all this weight back. You know, I had the sleeve 2 years ago and I've gained all this weight back. I had it 12 years ago and I've gained all this weight back. Like every single pound plus some. Like it is not a you did what? It's very, very common. It's very, very common. And I really think, and I didn't want to make this video this long, but I really think it boils down from we have to jump through so many hoops to get the sleeve. And then at the when the real work kicks in for us to really learn how to use that tool that you're gonna have to learn how to use, when you really learn to use it, it's like there's not no follow-up care the same. You know, it's on to the next patient. No matter how fast it came off, you still have to work on it. I'm 3 years out and I can't eat a lot, and if I drink right behind me, it hurts. See, I'm sending love for you, sis, because I've always ate and drank at the same time, do you still eat small portions now? No. Which y'all see me when I put my food on the thing? That's what I eat. That's what I eat. Now, do I always clear my whole plate? No, but again, if me and you went out to a restaurant, like, in the beginning, I would get teased. My family would be like, that's how you gonna eat? Why you gonna eat that? You know, but I do try to, I make a habit of, what I do is once I start finding myself getting full, because again, I'll take another bite, I'll go ahead and ask the waiter or somebody if I buy something to go ahead and bring me the to-go plate so I can have it for later. So I make a habit of doing that. And then also if I'm home, I just make a habit of, because I'm trying to watch my calories, to not put so much on my plate, because a lot of times our eyes is bigger than our belly as well. Someone said they've gained. I'm trying to see, the comments is doing something. Sandra said, no ma'am, you got to work. It's just like you said, it's a tool. You work the tool, it works for you. You start eating the wrong food and you stretch your stomach, and now 70 pounds higher since 2006. And I just want to tell you, from a person that gained back, that didn't hit the goal and gained back 50 pounds. Like I said, 3 years out, I found myself back up to 424 pounds, that we can get it back off. We can get it back off. And that's why I come and I share and so forth of all, to always give hope and let us know that we can do this. I had this sleeve done in 2016. I have gained 50 pounds back because I haven't been able to exercise, and the reflex is really bad, constantly throwing up. So now my surgeon has decided to do a revision. Yes, that's real common too, that people do the revision afterwards because the acid reflux is so bad. Are you doing any of my chair workouts, Ms. Vermeil, or any type of chair exercises and so forth? Modify so that way you're able to get some movement in. But then also, oh, excuse the alarm, y'all, somebody alarm, but also keeping in mind that exercise is 20% of it. The other 80% is what we eat. And this was my thing as well. At 424 pounds, I was seeking to have the revision. And that doctor told me he was only able to help me possibly lose another 50 pounds. And so I'm like, I'm still going to be very much obese at 375. And so I'm like, for me to get back on top of the operation table, to get cut back open, for you to only be able to possibly help me to be able to lose 50 pounds, I didn't see the need, because I know some people that go for the revision, and then now with the revision they have to take certain supplements further on afterwards, or they have different complications, or sometimes they want to stop losing weight and they can't stop losing weight. And to some of us, that might sound like a good thing, but once you get to the point to where you don't like what you see because you're too small and you can't eat at all, it's not a good feeling. Or just I've saw different stuff, success as well as not success. This is not a video to scare or deter anybody from doing it either. Okay, I hear you, Miss Vermeil. Okay, would I do it again? I would. From 515, yes. From where I am, no. From, again, like I told you, I was offered to be able to do the revision for free at about 380 when I was offered that opportunity, and I didn't want to do it for a few different reasons. For one, I didn't want to do it because I understand that it's another surgery, and I'm like, when I get back on the table, it's gonna be because they about to cut this tummy and get me snatched. And then the other thing was, I wanted to be able to show other people that you can do this again without having to go back on the table. And it may sound cliche, it may sound like a lie, but that's the honest of God truth. You know, I wanted to be able to show, you know, I look at my journey as bigger than just Clarissa and her weight loss going up and down on the scale. Like, I have so many of you that follow me, and me being your motivation. And I did notice that in the beginning, when I first had the sleeve and I would share my weight loss well, the people, and then they like, oh, you had the surgery, they felt hopeless. They feel like, oh, she losing weight because she had the surgery. So that's not something that can help me because I can't have the surgery. I can't financially afford it. I'm afraid to have it. It's not available in my area, or whatever the case is. For some reason, they can't have it. And so I felt like when I shared with them that I had the surgery, it took a piece of hope away from them. And so me deciding not to go and do the revision, that was a big determination into me not doing it as well too. So yes, okay. We ride together, all right. Do I recommend that others do it? This is when I recommend that you do it. If you have over 100 pounds to lose, and maybe now, I haven't said this in a while, maybe now even 150, you know, but if you have over 100 pounds to lose and you have been trying to lose weight and you have been unsuccessful, I say go for it. But when I say trying, I'm not talking about you try for a day and then you quit. I'm not talking about you got up and did 2 exercises and you quit. I'm talking about you've been trying, like you've been every day at it. Like, I'm going to work out, I'm going to exercise. Like, it stays on your mind on a regular. Like, even if you say, I'm going to eat right, and then you mess up, but still the next day you back into this thing. I'm going to do, like it's on your head. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Like, if you're determined to get this weight up off of you, but you're just finding that it's not moving, you're not able to do it, you have over 100 pounds to lose, then I feel as if you're a good candidate. I disagree personally with the doctors doing a sleeve on anybody under 100 pounds. I've had some people that didn't need to lose 100 pounds, and I told them I disagree with it. And I've had some people that come back and say, Clarissa, I see why you say I could have just went ahead and pushed through, because I still got to push anyway. It's a tool. I still got to push, and I still got to, you know, make it work. And so that's my personal thoughts. If you haven't really tried and really tried, because even once you have the sleeve, you're going to find, mentally you're gonna go through some stuff, and then physically you gotta grind with it. For, let's say, 90% of us, you have to grind with it. How long has it been for you? It's been 7 years, Miss Ann, since I had to sleep. Did I do a pouch reset? And this is the last question that I have here. And if you guys have some questions, you can throw them there. I'll answer them. But if you ask something that I covered in detail already, I'll send you back to the beginning of the video, to keep from making it so long. Did you do a pouch reset to lose the weight again? Why I do like this and do all of that? Because that whole pouch reset thing don't work for me. Why it don't work for me? Because you want me to drink liquid all day. Rissa like to chew. I rebuke those words, but that's the truth. Rissa like to chew. I didn't do a liquid diet before I had the surgery. And before you have the surgery, that's when you have the, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Like, I don't know how the heck you expect me. When I'm fasting is when I'm praying and pushing my way through it. But if you're trying to tell me to do a reset to where I'm only drinking liquid for the next 3 to 10 days or however long it is, like, I've just been exercising, taking my supplements, trying my best to eat right. Exercising, taking my supplements, trying my best to eat right, and praying above. You know, like, you know, last night I was praying for all of us, you know, to just help us with this thing, you know, because this is more than a number on the scale. This is more than getting into a dress size. How many of us are being limited by being able to walk in their purpose because they have different things that's going on with obesity, you know, whether if it be self-esteem, whether if it be depression. You know, how many people are depressed, and because you're depressed, you're not out enjoying your children like you dreamed of being able to enjoy your children. You know, how many of us, because of this obesity, may desire to travel and speak to people, but you got travel restrictions because you can't hardly fit the seatbelt, or you got anxiety so you won't even get on the plane, you know, or you're so nervous to what other people are going to say when they see you that you won't even step out and take those chances. You know, how many of us is looking to be married, but we feel as if nobody's going to love me at the current size that I'm at? You know, or how many of us want to be able to have children, but because of the conditions are not able to have children because of it? Like, obesity is more than just the numbers on the scale, just the way you look inside certain clothing and so forth. Like, it's an attack from the enemy is how I look at it. You know, so while I was praying last night for all of us, you know, I was praying that, you know, for strength and for, you know, God to help us to know that we can do this, and for him to step in and by his might. You know, me and Tasha Cobb was up in that bathtub singing last night. Not by might, not by power, but by your spirit, Lord. You know, help us to be able to move along this journey, no matter where we are, what stage that we are, to be able to get this weight up off of us so that we can walk on our right path that we're supposed to be able to walk out. And so, no, I didn't get to do a pouch reset, so I don't know if they work or not. I just know that trying to do liquids for extended amount of time doesn't work well for Rissa. I do find that when I go to doing my veggies, my fruits and veggies, when I go in on my fruits and veggies and I load up on them, that's when I tend to be able to detox my body and do better that way. Yeah, but the reset is no, the arthritis. Yeah, the arthritis. You know, that's another reason why I say they failed me, because I'm like, when I first tried to get the sleeve, I was like 396 pounds. And I'm like, had I had help then, I was like 20. This was before I had my son, so I was probably like 21, somewhere up in there. I'm like, had I had the sleeve then, I wouldn't have gotten to 515 and had as much as the knee complications. And so, yeah, I've been able to get off high blood pressure medication and getting the weight off and so forth, but I still battle with this knee. Y'all see me doing my jumping jacks, but I still battle, okay? I'm gonna be on the Ninja Warrior, so I gotta be able to jump and do some flips and do all kind of stuff. Like, y'all probably don't want to know, but I'm gonna share TMI. But I don't know what me and my husband was watching, but we was watching some movie with Marlon in it, Marlon Wayans, and the girl, she did a handstand on the wall. So I said, babe, you think I can do a handstand on the wall? He was like, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, I can do a handstand on the wall. Surprised the heck out of me. I'm like, girl, you gonna mess around and break your wrist trying to do. But that was a good thing. So I'm like, because on the Ninja Warrior, you got to be able to pull yourself up. So I'm like, okay, so my arms can hold my body weight, because I was able to get up on that wall and do a handstand up on the wall. And so, but now I need the strength to be able to pull up, because I'm about to go. I said, even if I only make it through the first obstacle, and if no one knows what Ninja Warrior is like obstacles, and you run around and you jump and you do all kind of crazy stuff. And most people with arthritis don't do stuff like that. And I'm like, even if I only make it through the first challenge, like, the fact that I'm on the show is enough for me. But I'm sure you have to be at a certain physical health level before they allow you to even sign up on their show. So I'm going to be on there. And Lord help me, but I signed up for a 5K similar in September that I'll be doing. And Lord help me, that's all I'm going to say. Lord help me. Let's just say I read some more stuff after I had already signed me and my son up, that had I read that before I signed up, I probably wouldn't have signed up. But we signed up, so we doing it now. Let's go, let's go. You're so welcome, Talisha. You're so welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Lori. Miss Kimberly put, and again, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me, then I'm going to jump up off here. Miss Kimberly put, it's such a struggle after having the sleeve and gaining the weight back. Truly makes me feel like a failure. It's difficult. You're not a failure. You're not a failure. So many of us have gone through this, and it's just a matter of sticking it out every day and not giving up and knowing that you can do this. You can do it. To love the body that you're in now, and then it makes it to where it's not such as a rush. Find what you enjoy. I don't eat what I don't think tastes good. I don't want to waste my calories, and so if it doesn't taste good, I'm going to find a healthy alternative that does taste good. So I don't believe in forcing myself to eat stuff that I don't like, nor do I believe in forcing myself to do exercises that I don't enjoy. And that's what you have to do. You have to find healthy foods that you like, and focus on eating that you do like. Focus on exercise that you enjoy. Find some type of movement, because whether if you're trying to lose weight or not, movement is very important. And so it's a matter of finding movement that you enjoy. I remember when I first started, everybody said go walking, go walking, go walking. And walking hurted me. Walking hurts still me. And so walking is not really my forte. But I like to dance. I like to do kickboxing and all of that, so that's what I focus on now. Y'all do know that we do have a 5K that's coming up in November. Everybody, if you're on this live, register for the 5K. The information will be coming up. We'll be getting together, doing our 5K together. Me and Miss Shamika, we're rallying together, two sisters, getting together, putting this 5K together for all of us, to come out, walk our 3 miles, celebrate, and just enjoy choosing health. That's the name of the 5K. I choose health. You know, I choose to live a healthy lifestyle. Miss Ann asks, what do you think contributed to your weight gain? The 2 pregnancies helped a lot, right? The first pregnancy, like I said, I gained 20 pounds during that pregnancy, then miscarried, then 3 months later. So didn't even really have time to get that weight back off, and dealing with that miscarriage. Wasn't really thinking about trying to lose no weight back then, and neither was I your fitness motivator back then either. So I hadn't found my passion for exercise yet. I hadn't really learned to find food that I enjoy yet. And so I didn't take them 20 pounds back off, and then 3 months later I got pregnant with Abram, carried him full term, gained 20 pounds during that pregnancy. And then I don't know what happened. How I put back on 10 more pounds after that. I guess I just enjoying a new baby, enjoying our new house that we bought, and just enjoying life. And next thing you know, it was just coming back. And so that's how I gained it back. By not having an exercise routine, by not being cautious of what I eat, you know, just eating. Like one of my cards say, I eat to live and not live to eat. And so at that time I was living to eat. You celebrate, go have something to eat, even if it's a little bit. Those calories, when we be like, oh, I just snack, those snacks add up. A bite of here, a bite of here, a bite of here, that stuff adds up. Are you thinking about having more surgery? I talked about that, Katrina. The only thing I'm going to do after here is get all of this extra skin that I have. Well, the arms I haven't even said for sure that I'm going to do something about. But for sure, my stomach looks just about the same. And so tummy tuck. For sure. And the goal is this year. So come on, y'all. We got to get these goals together. Like I said we, because I need y'all to push me too. Like we got to get them together. All right. They want to make sure that you are mentally serious about losing weight from the time you decide to have the operation. But that's the thing though, Tanya. They want to make sure you're mentally serious. They want to make sure you're mentally serious, but most of the time people say whatever, like, you know what to say to make sure that you say the right stuff to where they go ahead and qualify you for that surgery, you know. And so, and whether how mentally serious I am or am not, Afterwards is where I need the help. Like, you making me jump through 1,001 hoops to be able to get the surgery. I'm not just saying just pass them out. You know, I disagree with that as well, because people do need to be aware. But my thing is, when I'm done, after it's done and I didn't complete my 1 year, make me sign a contract beforehand or something. I know, like, they can't force you to do anything because it's like you've already had the surgery. I don't know, but make me sign a contract. They say I got to come back. Connect me with a support group or something. And again, I went to Mexico, so I don't know if y'all here that had in the United States have this stuff. I didn't have that there, but connect me with like a true support group, so whereas I'm staying connected with inside something or something. But it's just like afterwards, it's like when the real work kicks in, you're stuck by yourself. Okay. How did I get started? Are you saying 7 years ago got started? That's a question. It's so I've been dieting all my life. And I count those. It's just a matter of it wasn't necessarily successful. How did I get back going? To be able to be consistent was what I really think did it for me. For one, me turning it into a business. It helped me, if I'm being real, to be accountable. And so accountability, we need some type of accountability. For two, because my finances of me paying, of me providing for my family was tied to me being able to lose weight, it helped me to develop that mindset of this is not an option. Like, this is something that you need to do, or else you're going to have to go back to punch somebody's 9 to 5. And then so it took me to be able to turn those things into health. And it may sound like to some people, but I mean, that's my honest truth. You know, when the doctors just simply said, Rissa, you need to lose weight because you're going to get diabetes or you're going to do this. Like, it wasn't enough for me to stick to it. And so it was me turning this into a business. And then it went from me turning it into a business to now I have the pressure of, and it ain't gonna lie, it's the pressure. Now I have the pressure of, it's not just for me, it's for other people. So it's like, Rissa, if you give up, what about the other people that's counting on you for motivation? You know, if you give up and if you quit, or if you let too many weeks go by and you're not showing up for your workout, or you're not losing weight and the scale isn't going down. What about those people who you decided to say that you're going to be their fitness motivator? What about that? And I don't look at this as only a business now. I did start it off with the mindset of just a business, but I also look at this as my ministry. You know, I look at this as my purpose in life. You know, I feel as this was my reason for being here on this earth. And so quitting is not an option for me. And once quitting no longer became an option, then it's like, okay, I understand if I have something today that I shouldn't have, or if I had a few days off, then I know, okay, like, you don't let 3-4 days go by and you not be serious about your journey. Like, you have to get back on it because you have goals that you got to hit. Yeah. You're welcome, Miss Rochelle. Thank you, Miss Lori. You're welcome, Miss Katrina. Amen. Just master the day, Miss Ann. You're welcome, Miss Edna. You love to dance too? Awesome. You got this, Miss Sandra. Let's go on this 5K, Miss Quintina. All right. All right, last question I'm going to read, and then I'm going to head up off of here, okay? I agree. Almost 11 weeks post-op. I have a weekly support group on Zoom. I couldn't do another diet, not any more pills. I was too tired. And that weekly support, make sure you stay connected with that weekly support, because that's what counts. You know, that's what counts, having that support, because that support is what's going to help with here when you find that you're tired and so forth. Because yeah, I sell supplements, but mentally you got to want to take your supplements every day for your supplements to even work, you know. And so that's a mental thing. Mentally, the way that my supplements work, and this is not about me selling the supplements, but it's to give you the energy to be able to work out. And so if you can have all the energy in the world, but if you still sitting on the couch, you're not at a calorie deficit, you know. And so you still mentally need to have the willpower to say, I've been working all day, but I'm gonna go ahead and exercise. You need to mentally have the willpower to say, I don't feel like exercising today. It's 8 o'clock at night, and you gotta, speaking about Rissa, it's 8 o'clock at night. You wanna go chill out and relax, but you got a strength training workout that you didn't get to do today yet. And so as soon as you hit this video off, time to go hit the weights. There's not an option, you know. And so supplements help, but coming from a person that feeds her family off you buying her supplements is not the all in all. You know, you have to still be eating right and so forth. Like, the supplements help you to where your appetite is suppressed. But if you still choose to go eat cheesecake all day long, or eating burgers all day long, ain't no miracle, you know. You still gotta try. You know. And so but that's the biggest thing, that sometimes mentally we're not really there yet. And you know, but that's why I push the mental aspect so much. That's why I push the support and not being alone so much, and the positive affirmations and speaking positive to yourself, to know that you can do this, and to know to cast out some of those words that we say when we say, I'm a junk food eater. You know, proclaim that you're a junk food eater. No, you're not. You might like junk food here and there, or you might like to snack, but you're not a junk food eater. You know, that's not your title. Or to say, I can't lose weight, or some of us have the limited mobility, and we claim that thing to the T. You know, you get them ready to work out, and before you even try it, it's like, I got this condition, I got this condition, I got this condition. And it's like, understand, let's modify in the chair. Let's do what you can do. Let's do what you can do. But because mentally we've been defeated so much that we scared to even try it. And I understand, because been there, you know. Still, when I go walking, my last walk that I did, when I went walking 2.5 miles, I was on the verge of a panic attack, and this was like a week ago, you know. And I still had to, at the end, coast myself to it and say, breathe, you're okay. I'm gonna get up off this thing. I was walking, my shoulder hurt. I was walking, and one of the girls' songs, because y'all, I said I like to dance, right? And I don't like to walk. And in my playlist, I have a song that say, I feel better when I'm dancing. And when you dancing, it's a good song to listen to. But when you walking and you out in this hot sun, 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Florida heat, and the sun beaming on you and your knee hurting, and you walking in the song, I feel better when I'm dancing, it's not a good song to hear. And that song, it just turned the whole thing from me listening to that song. And then I started to hyperventilate. I had to tell myself, Rissa, breathe, you're okay. Breathe, keep walking, keep going. And so I went for probably like another mile. Then I had a phone meeting that I had to do, so I sat down on some little thing and had my phone meeting. And about time then, my knee was throbbing like everything, so I called my husband, and I had made about 2.6 miles total, something like that. And I'm like, okay, babe, can you come pick me up and take me home, please? You know. But yeah, even now to this day, as your fitness motivator, there's certain things that I have to mentally tell myself, you got this, you got it. And so I'm gonna tell y'all, now I'm gonna get up off of here, you got it, You got it, Tamitra. You got this. I'm trying to see who's all here. I can't see it, but Tanisha, you got it. Tamika, you got it. Miss Cynthia, you got it. Talisha, you got it. You got it. You got it. Marcel, your family got it. You skinny already. Your family got it. You know, Miss Rochelle, you got it. Miss Benita, Miss Melody, who's ever still here. Love you and know that you got this thing. You can do it. All right. Miss Mia, you got it. All right. Love you so much. Love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys later. All right. Thank you for sharing the video, guys. Share it, share it, share it. Love you. Later. Bye-bye. You're welcome.